when elite overproduction happens, they're basically suppressing upward mobility. And when upward mobility is being suppressed, obviously that causes a lot of problems in society, because obviously the middle class is being completely, the middle class is being destroyed by the greed of not necessarily the elite, but everyone who who is competing for those elite positions, right? Because I think that's really important to understand. And it's not only the corporations and the really wealthy. I think it's also the people who are, the people, I don't know, who have a couple of millions, right? I think those people are also at fault here, right? Because instead of, and hear me out on this. So essentially, the problem is that the core ideology of the United States has changed, right? Because every culture has some type of a, myth or journey that the individuals of that culture want to go on, right, and explore. And in the case of the United States, that's the American dream, right? If you work hard, if you put your reps in, eventually you're going to have a balance, not a balanced lifestyle, but more a stable lifestyle, right? If you make the sacrifice now, then you know you'll be able to get all the rewards you want, right? And that's sort of like the central tenet of American culture, right? That if you work hard, you're going to get rewarded, and you're going to have the a place in society that will ultimately last, and you're not going to have any hardship. You just have to put the work in, right? But we all know that the American dream has been fading because, and I think this is a really interesting way to look at it, because there's way too many people vying for elite positions. And I actually thought about this. Hey, by the way, can there could there be any truth to this, right?